Hi everyone, I'm Alani. I'm an avid romance reader, and today we're going to be talking about Onyx Storm. Most importantly, we're going to be talking about why I'm not reading it. Feel free to like and subscribe to this channel if you also love romance books. So, like I said, I'm not reading Onyx Storm. I know we are all very shocked, confused, sad, don't know what's going on, but let me explain. I love romantasy. It is probably my favorite genre when it's done well. It's what got me in love with reading in the first place. I started off with The Mortal Instruments, and from then I literally never looked back. I'm literally still reading that series, and I'm almost 30, and I started that series when I was 14. And then from then, when I first read that first Mortal Instruments book, I picked up any kind of romance book I could find in my local Books a Million. And when I started ACOTAR, like those people became my family. Like this is literally, I don't even know if you can see this, but this is literally a tattoo. When Cassian says to Nesta, forgiveness is also something we can grant ourselves. So like me and ACOTAR were in this. So when Fourth Wing released, I was like, this is my ticket. I was obsessed with Fourth Wing. I thought it was very interesting, very fast paced. I thought the addition of the dragons really like aided in the story, added a new depth to it. I loved it. I loved the disability representation with Violet. I was really excited for Iron Flame. I read it as soon as it came out, and boy, was I disappointed. And about the 30% mark, I was like, what is this? Like we really lost the plot. I have a whole video on Instagram. I'll put like the picture right here about all of the reasons that I didn't like it, so I won't really go into those. But by the end of it, I was just like, this was so rushed. This wasn't well written. This wasn't well edited. It's very obvious to me, as someone who has been reading a long time, that they knew this would be a moneymaker and they put it out as fast as possible. Or maybe they changed the direction of the story and the author just had to react to that and do what she could. I'm not really sure, but it was obvious there wasn't nearly as much care put into the release as there should have been. And like I said, I've been reading a long time. So if I'm spending my money on this book, if I'm putting my all into reading this book, if I'm ignoring my literal family to read this book, I feel like the least a publishing company and author could do is to like put their all into publishing this book. And it just didn't feel like that. It felt like a slap in the face to me. I felt similarly with Jennifer L. Armentrout's books, like the From Blood and Ash series. I really liked the first two. And when I got to the third one, I could tell that it wasn't the same quality, and that just really bothered me because I knew with a few more months in editing or someone else to read the story and really like flesh it out with her that it could have been great, but they didn't care about being great, they cared about making money. So that's why I'm not going to be reading Onyx Storm. I do still want to know what happens. I looked it up on Reddit. Like, sorry for anyone that hates when people spoil books. I did because I'm just interested. I like to be in the know. But I won't be reading it. I won't be giving it really my time past this video because of how I felt literally like betrayed is the only feeling I can think of when I read Iron Flame. So, with that being said, I want to know if anyone else feels the same way I do. If you guys are going to be reading Onyx Storm, and I think there's 5 books, so the next 2 books in the series. What did you even think of Onyx Storm? I don't care if they're spoilers. I know what happens, but I'm really interested to see if things got better or worse from like the general public's point of view. And make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you're into romance books and want to have more of these conversations.